Yeah, yeah, we making moves. Yeah, we making moves. Yeah, yeah, we making moves. Yeah, we making moves. Yeah, we making moves. Making moves.
What's goody, what's goody, what's good? Welcome to another episode of the Making Moves podcast, the greatest podcast
the
in the world.
GODcast.
AKA the GODcast. I am Melee.
I am Jules.
I'm sorry if that, I just probably tapped my mic and made a big fucking noise, but it's all right. It's all right. We good. We here. Thank you guys for joining us so much. How you doing, bro?
Chilling, man. Blessed as always. You know, I got to think about that because that's usually my response. I just say I'm blessed. And the reason why I always say that is because truly I am blessed.
That's
you
a
know,
fact.
there's no close deaths in the family.
Yeah.
Got a roof over my head, man. So I just naturally say that because honestly, yo, there's people who have it 10 times worse. I just can
That's a big
never
fact.
feel like I'm not blessed, man.
Yeah.
Even though, yo, we all go through shit, man. We go through shit so many times through life, and
Or lives, you know, depending
through
on
lives.
what you believe. yeah, that's a fact.
That's a fact. That's definitely a fact.
Nah, I think I mean, I think that's your most natural thing to say because it's like you said,
It's true.
And
Yeah.
you even said that you said that to somebody else recently, like when you was on set the other day. So like,
Yeah,
it's true.
and it lit them up too because it's like, you want to instill that positivity and speak it into existence at the same time.
That's a fact.
But even though there's so many things, every time I say the word bless, there was this thing, I don't know if you ever heard of it, but they said that meaning, like the meaning of words, that word actually means be less.
Oh, man, they
So-
always coming up with
Yeah.
some shit.
And then
man.
we try to
can't have
change it up and
nothing. We can't have nothing.
yeah, it's like, the word bless is this, like good
Be
morning.
less.
Why we say good morning? It's like,
Morning.
yeah, morning. Yeah, your morning, like,
I understand that. I get that perspective. But also, my other perspective of it is that we have to understand that we created these words. And I mean, we
it's
literally.
the energy behind the words.
That's it. That's it. That's exactly what I was
It's
going to
not
say.
the word itself. People, spells. It's spelling is you putting
Yeah.
a spell on the words. And I'm like, man.
Yo, we
I don't-
created these words, man. It's literally. You got to really think about language. Sometimes, like, I'll be on my, like, I don't smoke, but I'll be on my high moments, and I'm thinking, like, yo, we made this shit up. It's
Yeah.
literally vibration and air that's creating words. We
to
put it
confirm
together.
that, my bad.
Yeah, it's all good. Uh-huh.
To confirm that, too, because I was thinking about it, we speak to other people and deal with other people from other countries who do not speak the language, but you can be on the same vibration.
Yeah.
So you don't have to speak the language to know that somebody is being nice to you.
Yeah, that's true because that's the deeper communication. The deeper communication is not through language. The real communication is through the spirit. The real communication is through like our feelings, our, like even the body can be another type of communication. So it's like, don't get hung up on words, man. We sometimes get too hung up on words like cursing and shit like that. It's like people, I don't want my kids to curse. I understand to fit in the society because I don't like to have my kid curse. But, that's just so she can fit into society. She's not ostracized in society as, that's the little girl who curses.
Yeah.
But, like, I really don't give a shit, to be honest. Like,
I
if you
noticed
being
that
low,
about
like,
you.
I really
I
don't
noticed that.
care. For real.
In the
But, like,
beginning, you were more about that.
Yeah.
I felt like you were like, oh, yo, don't play this song, blah, blah, blah. Which, it's a thin line because, we do know that, certain music, certain things can instill, that energy can come from that stuff and,
Yeah,
but as she has gotten older, you're like,
yeah, once she starts fully getting the understanding of certain things, I'm not gonna hold these little things against her in that way. Like, it is what it is, man. Like, as long as you know the intention behind these words and the intention behind yourself, speak freely, act freely. Like, just be your true authentic self. And sometimes fuck is not going to change that. Saying fuck or shit is not going to change if you're a good or a bad person. So like I don't you know, try to attach myself to those ideas too much. I mean, so like, yeah,
But how you feeling? What's been new? What's been new? What's the new in Mr. Melee's life?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Same as you. Like, I definitely have my moments. Like, you know, like I check myself sometimes, and I'm like, you know, I want to complain. I want to say that, oh, this is not how it should be, and da da da. And then I really sit back and you know, I get in alignment and I say, nah, you good. Like, even if things are not completely as you would want them to be, this is a part of your journey. I mean, it's a part of your journey, and you know, as long as you stay aligned and you stay grounded and you stay in the place of understanding, you're gonna get to the place that you want to be. So, like, I understand that it's a process, but like,
It's yin and yang, man. I honestly think that's what I like to think about it. I look at that sign, yin and yang. It's like there's no day without night. There's no good without bad. There's no heaven without hell.
right,
So it's like to think that we're gonna live this life and not have that balance.
yeah,
I always tell anybody who like I'm like, yo, the pendulum switches. The
right.
pendulum
It swings.
will eventually swing.
Right,
The
right,
pendulum will eventually swing, and that's life. So like in those moments too, when I am doing something like great or I'm feeling good, I always try to be in that moment and say, yeah, enjoy it.
right,
You
right,
know,
right.
be in the now and be in the now.
Mm-hmm.
That's my message. Be in the now, be in the now. And not only through the good times, through the bad times.
Mm-hmm.
You have to remember that too, because when you look back, you're gonna be like, wow, I got through that. Like I dealt with that bad time, and then when you're actually in the good times, you can reflect on how bad it was
Right.
and really appreciate the good times. And that's life to me, you know?
Yeah. The I don't know. You said be in the now. Like, have you read that book, Power Now,
No.
by Eckhart Tolle? Yeah, man. That Eckhart Tolle is super dope. If you guys are not tapped in, you should definitely tap in with Eckhart Tolle. It's a different. It's very. Sometimes I feel like it's a little hard for people to grasp a lot of what he's saying. But it's one of those things. Like, he always talks about it too. Like, sometimes you might not be ready. Like, you might show up to his seminar and you're like, I don't know what the hell this guy's talking about. And he literally jokes about it. Like, but a year later, it might hit you like, oh, or 2 years later, 10 years later, it might hit you like,
Yeah, I know you
oh, I
send me
get it.
videos sometimes that I'm just like,
Yeah, but it's exactly what you were saying about being present. Like, that's his whole thing. It's like, presence is everything. Presence is literally God. Presence is where you find understanding. Presence is where you find peace. Presence is where you find all the answers for anything you're looking for. It's about being present, focusing on the moment, and not, and you know, yeah, you can do meditation and just sit by yourself, but it's like, he says sometimes it's a little as like looking at the water on the glass, like, wow,
yeah,
that's water. Like,
yeah.
what's inside? Like, thinking about the water on this glass, it's like there's little molecules inside inside each little drop, and that's when you get into really being in true presence, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
I always try to find that when I'm on set. Most importantly, when I'm on set, I'm like, you get used to it. There's a lot of waiting. There's a lot of waiting around while you're on set. There's so much going on. I just love it. I just love it. I'm looking around and I'm like, and at that moment, I'm always thinking about the previous jobs that I've had and how much I dislike them.
Right, right.
And I'm like, I'm here.
Right.
Like, I'm here. Like,
Yeah.
no matter, it's not even about the check to come. It's about the fact that I'm actually here. Like, it's like, I love it. And I felt like that when we was on TV too. I honestly felt like that. I was present.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but there wasn't a moment at a time that it was just like, I got used to it. It was just like,
but it was such a new experience for us. I think it's hard. If you're not being present in those moments, it's like crazy. It's a shame because it's like
a lot
so
of
new.
people are like
I
that,
bet,
man.
I
A
bet.
lot of people are like that.
I could imagine, but it's like, yo, everything's happening so fresh and new. You're experiencing so many new things on a daily basis, on a moment to moment basis, even. So it's like, why not be present and like look at what's happening, what's going on? Like, wow, that's cool. That's cool. Look how this works. This is all I'm literally behind the scenes and in front of the scene.
Yeah.
Seeing how this whole thing works. I used to be on the other end of the screen just watching it.
I love that you say that because as we're talking about this, I've been thinking about Justin Bieber. Random thought, but it connects to what you're saying right now. And Justin Bieber, if you're hearing this right now, man, very talented.
Yeah.
I love your music.
You know, I'm a believer.
I love your music. I love Justin Bieber's music. I love his personality. I like from the outside. I like who he is as an entertainer. But one thing recently that I disagree on is like how he's been like treating the paparazzi. And trust me, I understand it. Like Ben Affleck was giving an example, like he was trying to drive his daughter. He was in rush to see his daughter because she got in an accident or something. And then they're flashing the lights. He basically told the paparazzi like, yo, my daughter's coming down here. Why are you flashing all these lights? I know the paparazzi can be annoying, but in those moments, I would say like, yo, take it all in because there was a time in your life that you would wish to be at this moment and that person. And you gotta take the good with the bad. You're that person. You're Justin Bieber. Of course there's gonna be a lot of paparazzi. I know it gets annoying, but I would say like try to change your perspective on it. Try to switch do something. Maybe, yo, instead of cursing the paparazzi out, yo, just talk to these people and be in a moment once in a while. And I'm pretty sure he's done that within his career, but it doesn't stop. One example, we did that in China, which Kendrick did the same thing. We got so annoyed with the cameras and stuff that we started putting cameras on people. To make it where it wasn't a negative impact on us. Because it was like getting annoying. It's like
you gotta find
the fun in it. Try to find some type of fun in it. Yo, get a water bottle. Even though these guys will sue you for they're funny like that. But try to find a new way where you can laugh at it. Try to do something that you can have fun with it.
Did you see Jack Black? Yo, Jack Black, he's the best, man. And you could tell it seemed like he made the guy uncomfortable.
Prime example.
That was so good.
Great
that was
example.
So good. He was
you
just like
brought up a
messing
great
around
example.
with him. He looked like he made the guy who was taking the video of him super uncomfortable. But it's like, yeah, you make me uncomfortable. Let me fuck around with you and see how you like it. He was trying to get a photo or something of him. He's running around and he's like, and then he just ran away. The guy left him alone. It was like, yeah, that was
fun
perfect.
with it, man. Have fun. Don't let these guys stress you out, man. It's gonna happen. You're Justin Bieber, man.
Have you seen Shia LaBeouf recently?
Shia LaBeouf.
That went viral?
I did see that.
Yeah, and he
talked about that.
He was people were commending him because in the past, Shia
he said
LaBeouf,
don't make me turn into my old self or something like that. Like,
I seen that too, and I was like, that I get it. It must be tough, but I think he has that understanding too.
He does.
I get it. You guys need your pictures. You guys love me. Let's take the picture. But like, let me go on throughout my day. He's like, all right, you got it. All right, leave me alone, please. Thank you. Like, I get it, and I'm sure that can be tough, especially for somebody like him who's been in it. Even Justin Bieber, who's been in it for so long.
Since
they were kids. It was like, I can imagine that being tough. But you got to have, like you said, that understanding a little bit. And, give them a little bit of grace.
Yeah, because, that's how they feed their families.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, they know you're well off.
Yeah.
They're like, yo, I got to get this. And sometimes it's a dog-eat-dog world where you got to put your foot down. You got to step in front of people. You got to do things that may make the other person feel uncomfortable, but you know that is going to bring you up. Right. And that's the sad part about this industry. It really is, because I even thought about recently Soul Illuminati and Zoe Spencer. And I was so against. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Ever since I've seen Zoe Spencer on line with the stream in the streaming world, I'm not a fan. Personally, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of women that act like this. I am from New York.
Right.
She tried to say, "Oh, I'm from New York. This is how women act." Yeah. So, a lot of women, a lot of
But you
city
gotta know
women
when
like
to
that.
turn it off, man. You gotta know when you gotta be able to read the room. Like you gotta
Yeah.
be able to move right in these situations. And sometimes it's just like too much. It's like you doing too. Like I seen a compilation of the day of her biting people.
Yeah.
And it was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, and they literally like they bite. They get bitten by her. And they're like, yo, what the? Like they looking at her like, yo, you like serious? Like you
Yeah.
biting?
Yeah, he's like, what the you doing?
Farting and burping and shit like that. I get it, cool. You want to be the outgoing cool girl. You one of the bros.
And she said that.
Yo,
she said that.
You
She
gotta
said,
turn it off sometimes. Like
she literally said, that's what brought me into this spotlight. Like I wouldn't be where I'm at if I wasn't doing those things.
But you got to know when to turn it off.
You got to know when to turn it off.
Like there's sometimes like they really like I've been seeing people like really getting tight. Like yo, chill the fuck out. Like
yeah,
you got to know when to turn it off.
I'm not gonna lie.
And that's the whole thing what Kai Cenat was saying. He was like saying like yo like you embarrass, you kind of low key embarrassing sometimes. Like I get it. You know you got to know when the can't, because people a lot of times I think people like to act like I always keep it real. I'm 100% my authentic self. It's like, nah, sometimes, bro, when the camera's on, you're one person, because you got to understand that this is also entertainment.
It's entertainment.
It's entertainment. So when the camera's on, if you can be this personality, this person, when the camera's off, like that, what is your real self when the camera's off?
Mm-hmm.
If that's your real self all the time, I can understand why people don't want to fuck with you and be around you.
I'm pretty sure
but
that's your real self, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, true. If that's really her real self, that's too much, man. Like,
no, but there's women like that. There's when they doing you even me doing that to you right now.
Yeah.
Doesn't it feel like
it feels uncomfortable?
Yo,
like,
you're doing too much. Like you get what I'm saying? Especially when a woman's doing it, because as men, we don't do that.
Right.
Like we don't really do that. Like yo, you touching me, and yo, you even the word like. And I'm gonna say this for all New Yorkers. I'm not going to just single out women for this. Yo, we gotta cut that SMD word out. I hate that,
phrase,
man.
yeah.
It's like, suck my. Yo, first of all, people get killed for those words.
Yeah.
I've learned that fighting my older
Back
brother
in the
one
day,
time.
That
like,
shit was stupid.
Maine, I said that to Maine one time, and he let me like, don't ever tell another man like.
Yeah, now it's become common phrase, but back in the day, that shit is the most disrespectful shit you could say.
You can't say that in prison. You can't say that in jail. You can't tell another man, invite another man to your. Yo, that's a no-go, and I hear too many young people saying that.
Yeah.
Too many young people saying that, and to see her response, yeah, I get it. Illuminati talked about you, but to see you as a woman, especially women, y'all gotta cut that out. Like, and that now I'm singling out women for this. Cut out the S and D. Like, you do not have a D.
Yeah.
Stop saying that.
Yeah.
That is so annoying and it's so unladylike. And even if you hear this, that'll probably be your response.
Yeah. Right underneath the comments, they're gonna be like, "Suck my dick."
Yeah. I hate that. I hate that, man. And it sucks, man, because New York women are known for that, man. They known for that aggression and aggressiveness, and it's not cute. To me, it's not cute. I don't know what guys like that, because honestly, personally, the men that I know, they don't deal with that.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't even know what type of men who actually deal with that. Like,
you know, those I hear that a lot about, like, you know, women, like they have to. Sometimes they feel like they have to tap into this masculinity because they didn't have anybody to show them what masculinity looks like, or to, you know, and they're looking for the guy who's gonna be, oh well, you gotta calm my masculinity down, but
you gotta tame me. I need someone
who could tame me or something like that. It's like,
what are you, an animal?
right. Yo, like, come on, like I definitely have had a woman tell me that before, and I was like, yo, like, or like she was trying to tell me, like, you gotta tame me, you gotta treat me like a child. And I'm like, I already got a kid. I can't raise 2 fucking kids, bro. I cannot, that's not my job to raise you like a child. Like, I get it, you know, I gotta lead you, but I should not be raising you. Like, I understand you probably didn't have your father in your life, or you probably didn't have a male role model or figure to instill this in you, but I cannot be that person. You gotta go to therapy. You gotta go to therapy. You gotta get yourself right. You gotta realign yourself with your femininity. Because, and I ain't gonna hold you, I've tried. I'm not saying that as the guy that's like, no, fuck that shit. Nah, I've tried. That shit always fails.
I'm never doing that.
Bro, I've tried. I've tried to be the person like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna show her that shit always bites you in the ass, bro. That shit always bites you in the ass.
Because it don't stop. You got to keep doing it.
But then again, it's not your job. It's not your job to heal other people. That's what I'm starting to realize and learn within myself. Like, a lot of times I feel like, oh, because, you know, I have this type of enlightenment, this type of understanding, maybe I can. No, it's not your job to heal other people. You might be able to lead them to the water, but you can't make them drink. You might be able to open the door, but you can't make them walk through. It is not your job to heal other people. That is the biggest lesson I've learned within the past couple years of me, like, going through a deep re-evaluation of who I am and my understanding as a being. Yo, it is not my job to heal other people. I can create the frequency, I can create the energy, but I can't make them be a part of it. And that's where I'm at now.
Will Smith says that all the time.
Yeah.
It's not your job to make someone happy. They got to make themselves happy.
Yeah.
You got to find it within. And that's my advice to Zoe, though, man. You know, take advice from somebody like Melanie. What's her name? Melanie, the Spanish streamers. They're like Puerto Rican. I love them. They're from New York. I forgot the guy's name, but they are hilarious. Like, if y'all know what I'm saying, drop it in the comment, because
what type of, they just stream? What type of content do they do?
They are funny. They're actually married, and they Chicle, man. No disrespect, Chicle. Y'all are hilarious, man. I love y'all content. I love, you know, he understands.
That's a perfect example.
Yes, he understands, like, you know, that's just, it's content, but I'm pretty sure behind closed doors, she respect you as a
100%.
man. She respect you 100%.
You could tell. Yeah. You could tell. I even see, like, he be acting like he's cheating on her. I know this guy's not cheating on her, bro. He be acting like he's not. I could tell, like, that's bullshit. But that's exactly what I was saying before. When you in front of the camera, you know the camera's rolling, you're one person. Behind the scenes, you know they respect and they love each other.
They love
and they've been down and holding each other down for so long. They are, to me,
and you know, she's an aggressive.
I'll be broken.
Yeah.
That would hurt me.
I love their relationship, and she's aggressive. She's like a typical New York chick,
right?
But she don't do too much. She's not slapping this guy in his face on camera and biting him.
But even if she does do something like that, you could tell it's a part of their dynamic. They understand it. You could tell she's probably not doing that when the camera's off. But she's doing that, you know, because she know that, all right, this is what we created. We created this thing where we fight and go back and forth and we do dumb shit between each other. But
and trust me, we love that. A man likes that. A man likes a quote-unquote feisty girl. You can be feisty, but when it's a difference between feisty and too much. You doing too much. And from the beginning, I don't know, the first content I seen of Zoe, I would just turn off. I knew automatically what type of girl, and those girls do not like me. Those type of girls like her, they do not like me. They think I'm soft. They think I'm pussy. Whatever you believe. They do not like me, and I love it. I do not fuck with them. I do not fuck with that, because I don't like that masculine energy. I like a very feminine, like, woman. And that is hilarious, though. You know, I'm glad you got his name right. I couldn't remember.
I love them. They're awesome. I ain't gonna hold you. Listen, this got me thinking about this show that I'm watching, and this is a little bit of a stretch. But I started watching this show, Love on the Spectrum. You ever seen it?
Nah, what is it on?
Love, it's on Netflix.
Oh, it's on
So Love on the Spectrum is about it's basically a dating show. It's a documentary, like a dating show for people who have autism.
Oh, wow. Because when I heard Spectrum, I'm like, I know he's not saying like on the spectrum.
Nah, yeah, it's like people who have autism, they pair them and they, they camera follows them and throughout their dates, and they do like, it's almost like Real World, like they do like their little side interviews and stuff like that. And yo, I'm watching this. I don't hope this is not gonna sound bad, man.
No, you
Yo,
watched it.
yo,
I don't know nothing about
I'm
the show.
watching this show, man, and I'm really attracted to some of these women.
What? There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm just saying, like, you know what attracts me to some of these women on this show? They cannot lie. Because of I don't know if it's because of, I would assume it's because of the autism. Everything they say, everything they do is authentic. That shit is so rare in the regular dating world. It's so hard to come by. It's so hard to find that I'm looking at women with autism.
They're just straightforward.
They straightforward. They're telling you what's on their mind.
You know they're gonna clip this. You definitely getting torn up for this.
Listen, I don't care. Listen, I don't care. It is what it is. But also in the same instance,
but I love that because I'm pretty sure a lot of people thought the same thing.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking. I'm like, look at, because one, they are beautiful. Some of them are beautiful. Some of them are definitely attractive. You're looking at them.
No, but
like,
I love that you said that because they're people.
They're definitely, yeah.
You know, like.
And this is why, because I just started watching it, so I'm not too in deep yet. But I'm watching it, and I'm seeing like I'm both of them. I say women because I'm attracted to women, but even the guys are authentic. They're talking about stuff that they're
attracted
interested
to the guys.
No, I'm just saying
You say even the guys.
No, I'm just saying even the guys are honest and authentic and true to themselves,
blunt.
and they say how they feel when they feel it, and it's refreshing.
Yeah,
and low key, it's kind of sad.
Yeah, it's heartwarming. Like it's
heartwarming. But then when you get back and you think about like, why can't we all be like that? Man, it's so sad. Like sometimes we look at these people on the spectrum and we kind of look down on them like, they're the weirdos, but we are the weirdos.
Yeah, we're civilized.
We're the civilized people, but we fucking lie to each other. We cheat on each other. We do all of this dumb shit. And not saying that, I don't know if people on the spectrum do that, but from watching the show, I'm seeing them be so authentic and real, and they're very upfront with how they feel and what they say. And I'm like, damn, that's kind of attractive because you don't get that from regular women. They're always trying to put on a front and trying to show, oh, this is who I really am, or this is, you know what I mean? They always trying to show a side of them, the best part of themselves first, and then you get the bullshit on the back end. It's like, yo, I wish we can all just be our true selves up front, and
well, yeah,
it would make life so much easier.
You could see it. You could see it. But you're right. They put up a front, but that's why now when like my advice to any young man is like look beyond the bullshit. Like when these girls are posing and stuff like that, sometimes I look at them like they're sick. And the reason why I say that is because it's just like they look. You could see we didn't have a time like that. Where there was no cameras, so you didn't have to do that. But you can see how some people are just like looking in the camera, like love me. But they're going through so much shit. Like like one thing I used to always tell you that I really hate. It's the poses. I call them posers now. That's not my word for them. Posers. Yeah. Because you showing your ass. You're literally, this
Poking
is what you're
out.
telling me you're
Popping
worth.
It out. Right.
Young guy, young man, if you want to find somebody, it's just like the idea of going to a club expecting to find someone. Not saying you can't find someone in the club, but versus going to the library or going to something that you're interested in and finding someone with similar interests. You know, you're going to the club, you're going to the environment of people who are drinking, possibly trying to hook up, because that's the hookup environment versus you go into a coffee shop and meeting somebody who's studying. They're studying for something. They're doing something. So it's the same thing with photos. Yo, stop being thirst buckets, man. Stop being so thirsty. These girls are posing like horses. They're showing their butt, poking it out.
Horses is crazy. Horses is crazy.
No, seriously, they're like, look at me. Look, you and don't get it wrong. They didn't take one photo. So you got to think of the psych behind it.
Right. They took 1,000. They took 100 photos.
100 photos like this.
Right.
Looking at the camera, poking your butt up, basically saying, "This is what I'm worth." And that's what I look at with social media. I look at like, yo, what's your social media page? Are you into photography and showing your talents? I'm an artist and blah blah blah. Those are the best girls. The ones that are bad, so bad they don't even post.
Right.
They're so bad they show their work.
Right.
But then you have OnlyFans girl. Look at me. Look at me. This is what I'm worth. That means that's all you're worth. You have nothing else to show but a BBL. You know?
I don't know. Part of me is like, I hear you. I feel like a lot of times it's almost the same conversation we were just having before, right? About like in front of the camera and behind the camera. I feel like a lot of those women are trying to sell themselves because that is their business, or that is what they're trying to sell. Instead of selling artwork like a lot of other people do, or insurance or whatever, they're selling titties and ass. So that's what they show up front. That's what they promote. And then behind the scenes, they could be a different woman. The other women, which I think you're more so referencing, is the one who's not selling ass and titties, and they're just putting it out like, this is what I'm worth. You know what I mean? Like, because I can understand if this is your business and you selling ass and titties and you selling pussy. I get that.
I don't have nothing against if that's your business.
Yeah.
If that's what you do, you OnlyFans model and you like to get fucked on camera and have a subscription. Go ahead, do that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like you said, it's more of the ones
not
that's like
doing that. It's like, all right, so what's your angle?
Yeah, what are you trying to do?
I can understand the OnlyFans girl.
You're making money off of it. You know?
Yeah, I can understand the OnlyFans girl. You're making money. You're looking for content. You're looking for clientele. But why are you doing it? The girl who doesn't have an OnlyFans, who's not trying to sell her body or sell, like some content or pictures or whatever. Why are you doing that? Why are you showing your ass and showing your titties and you want people to like you? And if that's the case, then you need to do some deep dive and some soul searching. Big facts.
Yeah. But I mean, eventually these BBLs is going to be out of style, man. I feel like that's coming. I feel like anything that becomes oversaturated, you get tired of.
Yeah.
Like it's going to get to a point where it's like everyone has a big butt, everyone has a BBL, and it's like the way that the psyche of the man works, obviously there's going to always be some guy that wants that.
Right.
But when we see it so much, now it becomes nothing.
Yeah.
It's like, all right,
everybody got
a BBL. I had a girl with a BBL one time. It's just like, whatever.
Yeah.
It's nothing. It's just kind of like how when you hear the story of a celebrity who sleeps with the most ugliest woman ever, and you're trying to figure out, why would he do that? You know why? Because he's had so many beautiful women in his life where he's kind of over that. Quote unquote beautiful woman, but he's kind of over the dimes. The
he's
people
looking for experience now.
Yeah, now he's like, now I'm looking past the looks, like, And it's funny because we were talking about the BBL. You ever heard of that girl, Claire, the rapper?
Yeah, the white girl. I don't pronounce her last name. Siobhan.
Yeah, she is hilarious.
Yeah,
I
would have heard her with Timbaland,
Missy Elliott beat.
Yeah, I first seen that, and it's before I even heard the girl. I seen that, you know, Timbaland denied a sample. So I
Yeah,
forgot
he's like,
exactly what he
"This is the
said.
Missy
He's like,
Elliott
I'm
sample."
definitely,
He's like,
well, you know, this is not getting clear.
"This is not getting cleared." And
Which
it's
is
funny,
so
her name is
funny.
Claire. He's like,
Yeah,
"This is not getting cleared."
He's like, you know, this is not getting cleared. So I first seen
But
it
yo,
then.
she's popular because the authenticity about her. She's not a white girl rapping with trying to put on this accent
Right.
and stuff like
Not
that.
trying to do an Iggy Azalea.
Yeah, not trying to do an Iggy
The
Azalea and stuff
Australian
like
girl
that. And
rapping like she's from the South.
I was seeing that somebody was saying, "Yo, you should get a BBL," and me, I personally agree with that.
I disagree.
The reason
ahead.
why I agree with
go
it
first.
is because, as sad as it is, this is the business that you're in. So this has always been like kind of our difference. Like just with the industry and music industry, it's like you know what the people want. Like, why not play into that? But there's also your side that it's like, yo, stay authentic because that's what's gonna keep you longevity. Because these things change all the time.
That is what I was
Trending
gonna
things
say.
change all the time.
Yeah, because you were just mentioning, you were just saying like, yo, BBLs are probably gonna go out of style because we get tired of it. And the issue with you getting a BBL, yes, you can get it taken out. But if that shit goes out of style, you and you don't got the money or whatever to get it taken out, you're gonna be the girl. And who wants to go through taking fucking surgery, reversing surgeries anyway? But if that shit goes out of style, now you stuck with that. It's not like you wearing a certain sneakers or fitted hats go out of style and you just take the hat off. You got the BBL, you get the BBL, that shit goes out of style, you stuck with that shit.
My thing is, as somebody who would be like, you know, a CEO or you know, an A&R who's in search for talent, I'm looking at every aspect that I know that people would look at. So when I see her rap, I think she said she got her boobs done. She's showing off her boobs and stuff like that. She's rapping. Yo, men, there's an instinct with men. No matter how much we want to deny it, we're looking at these things. We're watching her trying to see, let me see if she got an ass. You know, like, I'm sorry, ladies. This is just a natural thing. It doesn't mean that everybody is a perv or we're pervs. I'm just saying what men think. Like, it's just a natural ability to look at somebody and be like, damn, or look at a female and try to, even when a female walk by. I watch it all the time. Sometimes I don't even watch the female that walks by. I watch the men's reaction because I know everybody trying to see, yo, she got an ass on her. You know? Yeah, that's just the natural ability of it. That doesn't necessarily mean you have to go extreme. Like, there's people like Cardi B. She said it, yo, I got my ass done. And that brought in more money.
Her shit is big.
Her shit is OD.
Doechii
but then you got Doechii. That
she look normal.
It looks normal. Or you got people like SZA who's got work done.
Big.
Yeah, I know her shit is big. but I'm saying, what would you think they would be as far as they are if they did not get that work done? And let's keep it real.
That's the hard part. That's
and it's
hard
not
to tell.
Our opinion. It's not about what we think. It's about the masses. It's like it's evident.
It's definitely
you seen it with Nicki Minaj. Like it's evident. Imagine Nicki Minaj without a cape.
It definitely brings you more appeal. It definitely brings
you more appeal.
It brings more eyes and attention to the person.
You have authentic
like, you see a
women.
fat ass, you see a big, everybody, even women loves fat ass and big
exactly.
booties.
You see authentic women like Lady London. Like, very pretty girl, not a body like that. Bia. Very, very pretty girl with bars. We love Bia. We love Bia.
For big
why is she not that big? Like, why is she not?
You think it's because she don't got a BBL?
I think that adds to it. I'm not gonna say that that's the reason why, but I think that you could see it. You could see it.
Well, in this situation, right? In this specific situation, I believe that this white girl, Claire Siobhan, however you pronounce your name, I'm sorry. I believe that she is blowing up because she stands out, right? She stands out from, you know, it's a give it a bug. It's a predominantly black industry. I mean, she stands out in hip hop as a white girl who's being her authentic self. So to get a BBL, I think would go against that. I don't think anything she's doing right now is going against who she authentically is. Even like you were saying, like I think what was attractive about it is because she's literally doing the white voice,
Yeah,
like,
she's
and I'm
very
chopping on my dad,
yeah.
she's not trying to sound black or quote unquote black. She's not trying to sound urban or southern. She's speaking in her natural voice, in her natural tone, wearing the clothes that she probably be not
But
probably wearing, but she's wearing regular clothes, and getting a BBL I think would tarnish that a little bit.
That's the question I was gonna ask you. You don't think that she would become more popular if she got a BBL? Because she's still keeping that authentic voice. She's still her. That would never change. The bars and her voice will never change. I think that's the main part. But you don't think more people would grasp to it if she had a BBL? There's corny ass. That's what I'm saying. We're not talking about our preference. Our preference is you be authentic as possible. We're talking about the reality, like the reality of social media, the reality of like, you know, a BBL, the effect that it has on, you know, on people. You know?
It's captivating, but I think it will. But once again,
That's
you got
what
to
it
think
is.
about.
That's
You
what
got
it's
to
all
think about
about.
longevity. You got to think about, like, you know, are you going to be able to sleep with yourself when you know what I mean? When you,
No,
if you
I
go,
mean,
if
that's
you
why
cool
she's
with
not
it,
trying to do it.
you cool
So,
with it.
you
But
know.
if you are you going to be able to look yourself in the mirror and say, I'm happy with what I've done. You know, I've altered my body. I've added this, because she don't even have no. For her, it's not even going to be a BBL. It's going to be a addition. They're going to have to put some shit in there because she doesn't have any.
yeah.
Where's she gonna take it from? You know what I mean? So they're gonna have to add some shit in her ass to make it big. So it's gonna be like,
excuse me.
I don't know if you want to do that, but to each his own. I hope you don't do it. You know, stay your true authentic self. I feel like everyone should stay their true authentic selves, even if that means you get a BBL. If that's what you want to do, then that's cool. But
Go
don't
do you.
do it because you feel like that's gonna make me fit in the industry.
It's not even
it
that.
might
It's
not.
like,
What if it don't? What if you do
sometimes
that and it
you
don't?
do it because you're making it's a financial
investment. Yeah.
And that's what Cardi B did.
What's goody? What's goody? What's good? Mr. Melee here. Yo, thank you so much for tuning into this episode. Please, right now, go comment, like, subscribe, share, do all the wonderful things that you do. We appreciate you so much, all right? Thank you so much. Right back to the episode.
I sent you this post the other day.
Dying.
It was hilarious because it's like, it was Madea versus Miss Trunchbull. Miss Trunchbull from what's the name of the movie again? Matilda.
Madea versus Miss Trunchbull from Matilda. Who y'all got on that fight?
I'm not even going to lie. I said Miss Trunchbull.
It gotta be. It has to be. It has to be.
Yo, Miss Trunchbull, was doing some amazing things. She grabbed this girl from her pigtails.
I mean, it was a little girl.
It was a little girl.
So, but I've
never seen her do something crazy where it's like,
didn't she like jump off a building or something?
She jumped off a building and landed on her feet. Like, she was, one thing we got to remember, Miss Trunchbull was an Olympian.
Right.
Yeah, she was
doing shot put.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, she was a beast. Like, can Madea really beat up?
The only way Madea has a chance is that she get the burner.
She get the burner. That's
because Madea carries the burner, so that's the only way Madea has a chance. But you know who I thought of, who was a better matchup?
Oh, nah, I gotta hear this one.
Damn. Oh, Miss Trunchbull versus Rasputia.
Oh, that's a good
one. That's a better one.
That's a better one.
Miss Trunchbull versus Rasputia.
Yo, that is an awesome one. Miss Trunchbull, we gotta have that trending right now. Miss Trunchbull versus Rasputia.
Man,
that is a hard one.
Yeah, because Rasputia was out there wilding. Like, She was bouncing people off her body, like
She
they
said, "Yo, this
flying
old
through the
bitch
air.
is crazy."
They're flying through the air, like yo, she was wilding. Like,
Yes.
then she beat she beat up all the bouncers. Like it was like multiple people trying to fight her at once.
Nah, yo, she
was
had that
fucking
super
grown
strength
man
like
up.
Miss Trunchbull.
Yeah.
That is a great one.
Yeah.
Nah, we gonna
gotta
put that. Yo,
yeah.
put that in the chat. Yo, who would win?
Miss Trunchbull versus Rasputia from Norbit. Miss Trunchbull from Matilda versus
We're gonna put the
Rasputia from
photo up.
Norbit.
I'm gonna make a clip of that.
We gotta
That's
know,
funny,
like, who do y'all have on that fight, man? That would be a classic, man.
Yeah, that is hilarious.
Speaking about fights, whatever. Yo, Marvel versus DC, man. It's right now, I feel like we're at a point where it's shifting. DC, you know, now they got James Gunn on there.
We haven't
They're
seen anything yet.
We haven't seen anything yet.
What I always like to say, Marvel kills it with the movies.
The live action.
The live action movies, Marvel kills it, hands down. We notice the consistency of having everybody together. You know, I mean, they're the top films of all time.
Yeah, a lot of them are the most grossing films of all time.
But when I like to tell this, people who don't know, only the real people know, the DC animations.
The DC animation movies.
The DC animation movies. Man, I rewatch the Batman all the time. Like the Green Lanterns, if you do not know, Marvel's not fucking with the DC when we come to animations.
Right.
Marvel is not fucking. I mean, you know, you have the Spider-Man Into the Verse. Into the Spider-Verse. That's different, but it's
still not fucking with the DC animation.
Not fucking with the DC animation movies, especially the Batman ones. That I rewatch those all the time. Like I have faith
in James Gunn.
I have faith in James Gunn. I do. I really do. I because the clips that I've been seeing. What other movies he's done? He's done like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Those fighting scenes are cool.
Suicide Squad. It's why
I'm not gonna lie. I do watch every time I think of Suicide Squad. I'm like, oh, it's bad, and then I watch it again.
It's not that bad.
I watch it again, and it's not that bad.
It's not horrible. I watched Peacemaker, and I didn't think, you know, it wasn't great, but I didn't think it was that bad. But it's like Marvel is amazing. Marvel does in this new phase, we're still trying to get used to it. But the old movies are amazing. Marvel fucked up on the shows.
Marvel fucks up on the shows. DC kills it with the shows.
DC does kill it with the shows.
Yo, that Penguin.
The Penguin.
The Flash.
Yes, that's true.
Fire Gotham.
So they're literally like opposites. It's so funny. It's
they're like
DC
opposites.
fucks up on the movies. Marvel does great with the movies. Marvel doesn't do good with the shows. DC does great with the shows. Like Marvel's animation, their animation is mainly for kids. DC's animation is for adults. Do not let your kids watch DC animation movies.
Animations be lit, man.
Even the shows, like the Young Justice.
Young Justice.
The shows, like they be fucking. I
love the DC shows. The DC shows.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's wild, but
Yes.
I'm excited to see this new phase of both of them because it's kind of happening at the same time. Like Marvel's coming into this.
They're going
Doom
into phase 5. I think phase 4 or phase 5.
Yeah, so it's
I think I'm not gonna lie.
phase.
I don't think they can miss, man. I think
Who, Marvel or DC?
they missed Marvel recently with the last couple, the Captain Marvel movies. Wasn't really a fan of it.
Yeah, but
the last
still have
Ant-Man
not seen.
was okay.
I still have not seen Captain America and Thunderbolts.
Those were okay. I haven't seen Thunderbolts yet. The Captain America was okay. It was. I'm not gonna say it's bad. I'm probably the only person who was vouching for that movie.
Yeah.
It wasn't that good. It's not like what we're used to. But now I think they're going back into it, and I think it has to do with the characters that stick out to us. It's like Fantastic Four very popular. Spider-Man, very popular. Now they bringing X-Men back into the MCU.
It makes me nervous, I'm not gonna lie.
Into the
It makes me low-key
MCU.
nervous. It's like, yo, the X-Men movies were good on their own. You're
Nah,
bringing
they
them
fucked
into
up the X-Men
MCU.
movies too. Not the old ones, the ones
The
we
newer
grew up with.
ones they
The
started to
newer
remake.
ones, they started to fuck it up. It was good.
It makes me nervous.
First class was good, and then we started going into. I didn't really like the one with Apocalypse and stuff like that.
And then you know what? Also, I'm thinking about like these movies. Like, I don't want it to be too much. Like when the old Marvel phases, like, you know, you had your main Avengers. They all had their own movies. It's like you bring the X-Men in. I guess maybe they're gonna do X-Men movies, but it's like we love all of these characters individually, and it's like that's a lot. Like you got all of the Avengers, then you're gonna bring Fantastic Four,
Well,
4 people, and then the
I'm not gonna
X-Men,
hold
which is
you.
who knows how many X-Men.
That's the whole plot, though. The whole plot is
They
it's
gotta bring
supposed to
mad
be
people.
Avengers versus the X-Men, because that has happened.
Oh,
The Avengers versus the
they're
X-Men.
trying to do Avengers versus X-Men.
They're trying to do event like how Civil War,
Right.
Iron Man versus Captain America. The whole plot is the whole Avengers versus the X-Men, and then they get together like
to fight Doomsday. Okay,
Is it Doomsday? That's the one who.
Doomsday.
No, Apocalypse. Wait, who's the really?
I'm sorry. I keep saying Doomsday.
Not
Doctor
Doomsday.
Doom.
Oh, Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doom. Yeah, it's
Dr. Doom.
everyone versus Dr.
Yeah, because
Doom.
he's gonna be he's the guy.
Yeah.
But there's someone else I'm thinking about. Not no. Apocalypse is DC.
Right. Doomsday is DC too. I was fucking it
is
up.
the guy
it's Dr. Doom
who was in X-Men.
Who? Sinister?
Nah,
Mephisto.
he's the first mutant.
First mutant.
Yeah, I forgot his.
Oh, you're talking about Apocalypse.
Oh, that's
yeah. You always get confused with Apocalypse and
I always get it in Dark Side. I always get them confused.
Yeah.
Yo, Dark Side is fire, man. Making Moves, BBL, Diddy. Oh shit! Why y'all keep catching me like this? Yo, you already know what time it is. It's Jules, and what I need you to do is like, comment, subscribe, and share. You know, I'm seeing those subscribers go up, but I need you specifically to subscribe. So, let's make moves.
So definitely, I'm excited for this new phase of DC and all of that. Like, it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be really dope.
Oh man!
You know what? Also, other thing, this is like in the realm of Disney. Like that new Lilo and Stitch movie is coming out. Do you remember the cartoon? The movie?
Yeah, I remember the cartoon. That's
so
my favorite.
People are bugging out right now because the main guy, I forgot his name.
Guy.
Yeah, the shark dude. The shark man, Captain something. He's not going to be in the live action movie. So people are boycotting the whole movie.
Our people are so stupid because with these movies, they want to leave you up to something else.
Mm-hmm.
You think they're dumb enough to just leave out a main character? No, they want to have Lilo and Stitch too. Live
really
action.
Might be true, right?
Like, yo, like even that, they could continue that story. They had a whole TV show.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about?
That's
like,
true.
Don't give everything in the beginning.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that. I was just like, oh, maybe they replace him with another character. But people already so quick. That's
probably what they wanted to do. Disney, like, yo, we want to do a Lilo and Stitch, but are they gonna make a cartoon of it? Like, you know what? Let's start first,
and then continue the story with Stitch 2, because everybody loves Lilo and Stitch.
And there's a whole nother generation that doesn't know Lilo and Stitch.
But people are so sensitive, man. That is the biggest thing. Like, yo, people are so quick to be like, fuck that thing, fuck that guy. It's like, yo, you gotta give shit a chance, man. Like, people
there's a lot of nerds. Quick. There's a lot of nerds that's worse than us, because we be nerding out too. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, but
there's people who
we nerd out after the fact.
We like to stick to the comic book. He didn't wear that red cape. He wore a blue cape.
Yeah, but at least give the movie a chance. Y'all gonna boycott the whole movie and make that shit tank just because you didn't see your favorite character in it. give it a chance. Let's watch it. You never know what they could have done to make it maybe better or different. Because there's a lot of things that they changed with that movie. Because you also got to think about the time. Certain things don't work in this day and age. Like, know what I mean? Like, so like, you gotta give it shit a chance.
I think they
man.
leading up to him.
That would be great. I don't know if that's what's happening.
Lead up to him.
But that would be really great. Like if they decided it ends, like maybe he comes in the post credit, like
he comes
now
in
I'm coming.
Yeah,
like Thanos. Nah. Let me do it myself.
He's sitting in the chair like, I'm gonna have to do it myself.
Yeah, and he pops out like I gotta go get Lilo Stitch. You know what I mean? That would be great. But man, just please give shit a
bringing
chance.
up that Thanos makes me. It's legendary. I forgot that moment. I was like, who the fuck is he?
Right.
Like I wasn't on the comics like that. So when I seen him, I'm like, nah, this month.
I guess I gotta do it myself. And he was all bit of greatness that we expected him to be. Thanos came through.
He definitely did it.
Everybody up, fucked everything up, killed half of the world.
He accomplished what he did.
He did.
They had to go back in time to fix it.
Yeah, and that line when he was like, you couldn't just accept your failure. Like he came through like
it's over.
You couldn't just accept.
I destroyed the stones.
And where did that bring you? Right back to me. That nigga's cold, man. yo,
I'm not gonna lie, he's one of the greatest where they're gonna bring him back.
You think so?
I think they're gonna bring him back.
I've
been seeing it.
Believe it. It's good.
Nah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be the time that we forget it. Everything. They're gonna bring him back. I've seen him in What If, like plenty of times. Josh loves that character.
Yeah.
And it's such a good character. It's like, nah, he's gonna come back because you have multiverses. He can come back.
Well, he's a secret weapon.
Soon, it's the secret weapon.
If they failing, like they can bring Thanos through and probably, really stir
they ain't
some
gonna
shit
fail
up.
with Robbie Downey Jr. Yeah, Robbie Downey Jr.
I hope not.
I don't think they could fail with it. I don't think there's certain people who have that thing like John Wick. Wick. Keanu Reeves. He has that thing.
He can't do anything wrong.
You put him in there, he has it. Like Robbie Downey Jr. has that thing.
Right.
Like, yo, no matter what accent thing, we love to see Robbie Downey Jr. in any movie, man.
My only thing is I just hope they don't make this shit too silly. Like, they're getting comfortable with this silly shit, man.
They learn from that.
I get it. And it's that guy, Taika Waititi. I love him. He makes great shows.
Waititi.
I think, what, that's not his name?
No, I don't know. I just heard
Taika, I think it's Waititi. But he makes great movies. Like I love his show. I love all his movies. Even the Thor. I love the Thor, but it's like too fucking silly. It's the same shit that I thought about. What's the red guy? Deadpool. Too fucking silly. You bring Wolverine in the movie. Wolverine. My favorite movie of all time is Logan. The next time I see him, you bring him in a fucking cartoon like it's a game. Like, yo, it's not a game. Like, Logan is a beast. Why you bring him in this movie and you're fucking joking?
Yeah, people
throughout
didn't
the whole
like that.
movie.
People didn't like that. It's like, yeah, throw the jokes in there, but not the whole movie.
It was nonstop. I'm watching that shit, so excited to see it, and then it's like joke after joke after joke after joke after joke after joke after joke after. Stop. Yo, we gotta take a break. You gotta know comedic timing. Shit.
They know that it happens once and they're like, oh, yeah, let's keep doing that. They did the same thing for Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, it was too much.
Now it's this whole thing between Quinn and it's like he's making jokes and everybody's making jokes. It's like the way that they did Infinity War was perfect. Mm-hmm. It had jokes, but when motherfuckers died, motherfuckers died.
Get serious. Right, it's time to get serious.
It's like they turning into ashes. Like, let's kill people, and I love seeing that
because that is why the jokes don't play over so well, because when it's time to get serious, we need to get serious. Like, and so like, don't do too much of the jokes because like, yo, we want to see people die. I mean, as crazy as it sounds, like
realistic.
we want to have that impact, that emotional impact. And it's hard to do when you laughing. You can't have that emotional
what happened
impact.
with the Avengers part 1.
Yeah, when they had to kill Black Widow, and she fell down the mountain.
And we watched that in theaters. Everybody was disappointed. We laughed.
Yeah, it was quiet. You could hear a pin
yeah.
drop.
It was so quiet, and then the movie ends.
What's gonna happen? That shit.
This shit is done. Like, we gotta wait another year and shit.
Yeah, that shit. It was dope, man. It was dope. They did something that I never, like in our generation, we've never really experienced. And it's hard. It's hard to compete. And I think I was telling you this the other day, like, it's low key, like now that they've been kind of fucking up a little bit, it's better for other movies because for a while the superhero shit was taking over.
Yeah, people was upset.
Now other movies are starting to get their shine because the superhero movies is hit or miss now. So like, we seeing like a movie like Sinners, like can compete with the superhero movie because it's Thunderbolts. Like can compete with Thunderbolts because sometimes it's hit or miss. Thunderbolts might not be as entertaining as Sinners.
I didn't hear any bad thing about Thunderbolts, so I definitely want to go see it.
Yeah, I got to see that this week.
Yeah, that's worth seeing in the movie theaters too. I would definitely go see that. Well, now you know that we be nerding out, and I love it because I had this conversation with somebody on the train. Me and this guy was talking about Batman. My friends was like, yo, we were talking about Batman. My friends was looking at me like, yo, you are nerd. Like, yeah. And it's so funny, like in the seats next to us, it was like mad woman. Yeah. And me and this guy just like, yeah, listen, if Bruce Wayne gets some time, if he gets and
some,
they didn't expect that from me. They did not expect that from me. I'm like, yeah, this is that. We were going in. Like, and I was talking about Tim Drake. Like, and they're like, well, who the hell is Tim Drake? Like, but we love that, and we was talking about that with the Power Rangers thing. I was like, I've been seeing a lot of recent posts because I make sure I change my algorithm for Instagram.
Right.
And I want to see
shit
nerd
that you
shit.
like.
Yeah,
right.
It's like I'm seeing Power Rangers, and I'm like, damn, bro. Like, yo, and I thought about it. That movie is fire.
What is the name of that? It's the Power Rangers movie, right?
Yeah, that's the Power Rangers movie. I'm like, to the point where I'm like,
that shit was classic, man.
I want to watch that shit again.
We watched that movie mad times. I remember back in the day. Watched that.
It's good, like a cinematic piece, low key. Like I'm saying how they filmed it because after that it was trash. It was a little like bubbly, and it was
too much of the show.
It was too cornball. Even the recent one.
Yeah, watching that movie, it wasn't like you were watching the show. It didn't feel like it was a movie.
It was like a movie.
It was a movie, but it didn't feel like the show.
They film it. Like, that's why, like me, when I'm watching something, I can tell from the first minute if it's going to be good or not because the way that they film it. Granted, I love watching some cornball shit from time to time. And prime example is Lifetime movies. Mm. I love independent films that are corny sometimes, where it's like Lifetime films. Like, that's a prime example. It's like, yeah, I love stuff like that too. I really love stuff like that. But then I love the cinematic, like the camera work, the lighting, the temperature that a film gives off. We love movies. We love films. And, that's another thing. Drop in the comments your favorite, film that have you ever watched? You watch this? Even new or old. Like, we love seeing films and like critiquing it. And that's another part of this. Like, we have those trailers that we've been recently dropping, and they've been doing well. So
yeah, definitely.
But
I'm excited to see what we got, what we'd be working on. We got a lot of stuff planned. Yeah, we definitely do.
I mean, speaking of like, footage and stuff like that, I be thinking like, where does all this shit go, man?
I thought you was about to say something totally different.
No.
I thought you was about to say, speaking of footage, Diddy.
Speaking of Diddy,
I thought you were about to say, speaking of footage, Diddy footage.
We don't want to really keep talking about the Diddy footage, but it's just like,
it's a hot topic right now.
What do you think? You think he's gonna get off?
I think he might get off because what people keep holding on to is that abuse, the physical abuse of Cassie, which is not in this case. So if you take that out of the picture, then, excuse me, I think how people personally feel about Diddy, like, oh, he's an asshole in his business, that has nothing to do with this case. These people sign contracts. So like that's not something that you can hold somebody in prison for. So what we go down to is like exactly what are they charging him with? They're charging him with sex trafficking and I think racketeering. So
But
because he
don't-
used his employees to have sex and he paid people and transported different people
But
and things.
isn't that a part of a RICO? Like,
yeah, that's illegal. So that's all they really had.
no, but they supposedly they have a lot of male prostitutes that came out, and I want to say this on camera. Now I want to just admit it because y'all been hearing Jules in this case. I was a part of the Diddy case. Nah, but they have
one of the prostitutes is Jules.
Yeah, his name is Jules. They texting about it like, yo, have Jules come through and stuff like that.
Listen, it'd be news to me. I'm like, shit.
What?
I didn't know shit.
Listen, we wouldn't be here. We'd be doing this podcast on a plane, talking about on a jet, talking about making moves. But yeah.
Listen, you know what? Hot take. I told you this the other day.
Yeah.
All that shit should be legal, man. Like I think it's all of these things are illegal because it's regulated. People want to make money off of it. The government wants to make money off of it, but prostitution, drugs, I think they all should be legal.
I'm not gonna hold you when you said that to me. I wanted to argue with you because that's just my instinct. Right. It was like,
it's like, nah, it sounds crazy.
It sounds crazy, and I'm like, what is this guy? And then when you really think about it, it's like,
why is it illegal?
Why is it illegal?
That's the thing. When you put out, why is it illegal?
Whatever the fuck they want to do. You want to go do drugs and kill yourself? Go ahead,
bro.
Go do drugs.
Look what happened with weed. That shit been illegal for so long. Now it's that shit been illegal for so long. Now it's legal.
We're basically
what
saying
has happened?
That we need the government to hold our hand with everything. And we can't have drugs illegal because if we have drugs illegal, then I'm gonna become a fiend. That's basically what you're saying. And they talk about the kids because you know somebody in the comments gonna say, but what about the young people and raise your fucking children. No, seriously. Shit could be legal right now. We wasn't doing that because we were raised with a great foundation.
Right.
Stop blaming shit and putting it out on everybody. Raise your household to the point where you don't even have to worry about the shit being illegal or not illegal.
Yeah. And like I was telling you, all right, cigarettes is minors can't smoke cigarettes. I don't know, but I would assume most minors don't smoke cigarettes.
If they want to.
But if they wanted to get it, they would get it, whether it's illegal or not. It doesn't matter. Same thing with alcohol. Same thing with weed. I know, bro. In Brownwood, niggas been smoking weed since they was 12, 13.
It's a fact.
And it was illegal. So that's not going to change. That's not going to change. And even look at the opioid thing. Opioids are legal. And it's still fucking up people. It's still fucking up communities. Still getting kids addicted to a shit. And it's legal. You can go get opioids. Anybody can get opioids.
So
Obviously,
it won't make a difference.
Yeah, it doesn't make a difference. The only thing is that, all right, government wants to regulate it. They want to be the ones to tell you how much it costs.
They don't want people to take advantage, like people like Diddy, to take advantage that this shit is legal. You know what I'm saying? So if it's legal, now they can do whatever because it's a sense of control.
Yeah, but it's even the same thing. The male prostitutes, right? They are male prostitutes. They know this is my job. This is what I do. It's not like, what's going to change? That man who wants to be a damn prostitute is going to be a prostitute. And you know what also blows my mind about that? It's like, These people are doing it already on OnlyFans. People selling pussy and dick on OnlyFans. So that makes it legal because they're doing it on camera? People are getting paid to have sex on camera already. But because a camera is filming it, that makes it legal. Come on, bro. Make this shit legal across the board. Let's stop with this bullshit. One that would regulate it in a better way, that would make people be more conscious about certain things and the choices that they make. And that doesn't make it taboo. That's a lot of the times why kids start doing it, because it's so taboo. Like how we were grown up and raised with liquor being around the house and cool. We don't have a problem with liquor.
It's not a big
deal. Because it's like,
same thing
yo,
with
it's not a big deal. It's like, yo, I take a sip when I want, and it's what it is.
Our pops literally told us, yo, you want to smoke? I'd rather you smoke with me than smoke on the outside. We never became big. Well, you never smoke like that.
I mean, this the first time I smoked,
and then I stopped.
The first time I smoked was with my dad. He's like, yo, come here. Let me show you something. He gave me the blunt. Like, and I hit it. I didn't like it. You know what I mean? That was my thing. I was like, all right, cool. And same thing with my big brother. It's like, yo, you just try it. Smoked, I didn't like it. It's not for me. I think that's important. And that was me. I was 15, 16. I think that's important. Like, yo, don't create this taboo around drugs, around alcohol, around sex. Let's stop doing that. Like, because that's what creates the attraction to it, because they're like, ooh, I couldn't have it. Now I want it so bad. Yep. It's the same idea with the church girl. Like, she was separated. Her mom told her, don't suck dick. Don't suck. That's the main girl sucking dick. It's most of the time it's like that. Oh my God. Facts. That's most of the time it's like that. People have this idea about the church girl because she was told not to do this so much, and then she got introduced to it, and then she went crazy. It's the same thing with drugs, same thing with sex, same thing with alcohol. Like, let's stop creating these barriers and stipulations and gates and, let people do what they want to do.
Spoke about a lot.
Yeah.
We spoke about a lot.
Facts.
There's one else thing.
Go ahead. About. We got time. We here.
I'm going to keep it short and simple. Man, I'm hoping for the truth throughout this Tory Lanez case. Mm-hmm. It's weird to know that what Tory Lanez said. He was like, oh, I took the fall because I grew up, in a single parent home, and it affected me, and I didn't want it to affect Kelsey, who was also with Megan Thee Stallion that night. But it's a shame. If someone knows the truth and they didn't come forward and let this man be in the jail and get stabbed, that's fucked up. Mm-hmm. And all I'm saying, I'm hearing a lot of quietness from Megan Thee Stallion right now.
Nah, she released a statement.
She did?
Yeah, she released a statement.
Oh, wow.
She was like, that nigga's lying. He did it. He shot me. Yeah, she did a whole post. She was like, yo, why would you lie like that and do all this? So it's like, it's tough, man. I hope, for both of their sakes, I hope Tory is not lying, bro, because that's going to look stupid bad on you.
I don't know,
and
man.
Also, Megan, I hope she's not lying either. To come out with these
statements, y'all better really have the proof.
Right.
And supposedly they're dropping something real soon. And
that's going to exonerate Tory?
Probably by the time that this podcast come out. Yeah. It's going to be out right now. We're going to hear some news. So, I mean, let's stay tuned.
Right. Stay tuned. Stay positive.
Yo, like we tell y'all every time, like, subscribe, comment, share.
Yeah.
It's only the beginning. Mm-hmm. Only the beginning.
It's only episode 4, right?
Only episode 4.
Wow.
We've been getting a lot of traction. Mm-hmm. That's been going well. We want to make this a community.
Yeah.
We want to make this as authentic as possible. Mm-hmm. Y'all got love for us. Show some love. So we can keep on doing this.
Right.
You feel me?
Right. And we can get everyone involved, because we want to do big things with this. We want to create events. We want to create, get a lot of people on. We're going to have some guests soon. So we got a lot.
Summertime hitting. We're going to go to the beach.
Yeah, y'all might see this van outside.
Yo, they was talking shit about this van. They're like, yo, these guys is being judgmental in an old van.
That's
the whole point.
I want to say this. I love that we are starting to get haters, man.
Yes, indeed.
We are starting to get haters, y'all.
Every time you say that, I die.
Yo,
laugh.
we are starting to get haters.
Yo, we making moves.
We are making moves.
We got the haters.
The haters are coming through.
That's when you know.
And it's authentic haters. It's not even haters that we created. It's just people don't like the things that we say. And trust me, listen, I'm telling you right now, I think I said this in episode 1. We're not going to say the right things all the time.
That's a fact.
And we're not going to say the shit that you like all the time. We are human beings. We are going through the process. We're going through the journey. We just giving our opinion and perspective from this moment.
Yes.
It may change. That opinion, perspective may change.
That is a fact.
We're just speaking our minds. We're being human beings.
And we're not afraid to speak our minds, and we're not afraid of, like I said, we were talking about on first episode 1. Honestly, I would love for you to speak your mind and tell us what you think. Mm-hmm. And I even said this in the comments, like, yo, expand. Tell us in detail what you're saying. Right. I would love to hear your thoughts.
Give us a different perspective.
But if you do think that it's going to hurt us, you're just talking to the wrong people. Right. Because we don't really give a shit.
Nah, that's a big fact.
And you really want to make an impact, pull up, which you're not going to do.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But other than that, yo, we just speaking our minds, man. The freedom of speech. We in America right now. We're being free. And we try to be on both sides, low key. Yeah. Not be on both sides, but we try to keep it
understanding and open-minded.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say neutral too. We try to be understanding and open-minded. Open-minded. That's a perfect way of saying it. But yo, it's Melee and Jules. This is Making Moves podcast, aka the Godcast. We here right now, and it's only getting started, man. This is the beginning, and we love for everybody to comment, like, share, and tell us what you think, you know?
All right. We appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Making Moves Godcast. Much love. Peace.